YouTube. So it's Saturday morning and I've just finished the farmer's market and I'm gonna go see Kingsman soon. I thought I might give you a couple things that I would hope to see in the movie and we'll see how that turns out. I would really like to see Halle Berry being like an awesome geeky tech woman, which it seems like she will be in the trailer, so fingers crossed that's gonna come through and be awesome. I do hope there's more cool gadgets. I'm very much looking forward to some hopefully picking on and general bickering between the Kingsman and the Statesman, because that's always fun in James Bond, so I hope they do it well here. More parodies and callbacks to James Bond would also be good, and some big explosions. Oh, I also hope that Roxy actually has a good bigger role to play. I mean, she had a role in the last one, and she was, but I don't know, she felt a little bit more like a sidekick. I'd like her to very much be an agent in her own right now that they're both done with training. So that would be really nice to see. Granted, I won't see the movie for another hour, but you will see me after the movie right now. And I'm back. I've had some time to think on the movie, so I'm gonna give you some quick spoiler-free thoughts first, and then we'll get right into the spoilers. So I did really love the movie. It was hilarious. There's a lot of good jokes in there, new characters that were really interesting. As I'd hoped, there are amazing gadgets in it. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen the lasso tricks, and they only get better. I also enjoyed that there's a lot of good callbacks to the previous film. Characters that you thought were maybe like one-off jokes are back. Other characters are back more than they were before. Also, there's some discussion when I was watching the first movie again with friends about how Eggsy can hold his breath really long in the first movie in their training sequence, and they make reference to that again. Also, I think if I had to pick a favorite character in this movie, not that it maybe wasn't before, but Merlin again was just spot on amazing in this movie. I did, however, have some issues with some of the story choices, but that is for spoilers. What the hell, guys? Why did you get rid of Roxy? Why? We had an awesome female spy. She conquered her fear in the last movie. She's all ready to be a proper agent, and she was doing some good kind of quick research work for them, and especially for Eggsy when he's at the palace, which I was like, man, I'm really impressed. He's doing a good job at doing his research to really impress his girlfriend's parents. And then it was just Roxy, which on the one hand is like, that's cheap, but also like well thought out too, that he knew that he'd need to impress them. But you freaking killed her. I'm really hoping that like by some random miracle she's not dead, but that feels like it would be a bit cheap because you just did that with Harry, with him not actually being dead. They're like headband whooshy stuff. Yeah, I'll buy it, but mostly just because I completely see what a necessary plot device it is. The other story choice I didn't like has to do with Princess Tilda. I liked that they're in an actual relationship now. She wasn't just the one-off character at the end that he screws like in James Bond movies. He actually really cares about her now, and she really cares about him. But when he had to maybe go have sex with the woman at Glastonbury, and he freaking called her and asked her permission, and she was like out of character, frustrated and angry with him. Like, she knows he's a spy. It's not terribly unreasonable that he might have to do this. He's doing you the courtesy of calling, and it's not even a call to say, I have to do this, but I want to be honest with you and tell you this is going to happen. It's, I think I need to do this, but I won't do it if I don't have your permission. And that was really sweet and thoughtful of him, and just her reaction didn't work. No. And then they never quite actually showed it resolving. Just, she gets poisoned with the drug thing, and then all better, and then they get married, which I did like. But, just, I don't see why they needed to have it happen. Maybe they needed it so that he had to be flipping through pictures, but he could just be homesick for her. Or maybe she had to go to some formal function and she wouldn't be able to talk to him for a while. He doesn't need the extra motivation. He does it for the agents that died. He never knew about his other friend getting poisoned. That should be good motivation as well. Otherwise, I have no clue why they kept that in. Like, sure, it's great to see he's having friends, but I don't know. It felt like they had two different options of what they wanted to be Eggsy's motivation, and they screwed up one, but kept in the scenes from the other. Okay, I guess I was a bit more frustrated about that than I thought I was. But the statesman thing was cool. I really liked how they found that out through their disaster plan, and they're like, oh, screw it, I guess we'll just drink it. And they just downed all the whiskey, and Merlin's just sad and crying, and it was good, and he's like, let's drink to Scotland. And good choice. I did also like that, of course, the statesmen just brew whiskey and liquor of all kinds around the US. So American. And then you've got Halle Berry as their Q, which I thought was very well done. It upset that the one guy, Agent Whiskey, kept like blaming her for things. But I did enjoy that little subplot, as like she was bitter about that because she knew it wasn't fair and it was sexist, and then she became an agent at the end. I thought that was well done, so I hope that in the future, if there's more with the statesman, we'll see more with her, because I think that would be a great role to have more of a tech gadgety agent. I really liked Poppy's random like 50s setup in the middle of the jungle. A+ to all the set designers there. Just well done. Also, Elton John, like I think I had heard a little bit that he might be in it, but I did not expect that big of a role. And oh man, I know he was comedic purpose value only, and man, he nailed it. It just kept being unexpected, and then he ended up actually like having a part in the action, which was so funny. So A+ job there. So I don't actually remember all of what I said I had hoped for in this movie, but we got some awesome gadgets. Halle Berry's character was pretty awesome, tech girl. I had wanted to see more with Roxy, but and if I didn't mention it, there were some awesome fight scenes, which I think the one in particular I liked the most was in the bar again, and they did a gorgeous job contrasting it with what you knew from the previous film to show that Harry's still not quite at the top of his game. And I thought that was really well done. So I look forward to seeing what they're gonna do with the story from here on out. I'm pissed that Merlin's dead. Not happy about that. He did get a great death scene, like nicely done. He at least went out on his own terms singing, which was fun. But oh my gosh, that means I'm not gonna get him in a movie anymore. Ugh. So I really hope that, like he said, that he didn't get found because he was like listed under staff or whatever. I hope that there's some other Kingsmen scattered around the world that have not died, and that'll be slightly easier to rebuild with, and maybe possibly allow for a more diverse set of Kingsmen in the next movie. It seemed like they're hinting at Kingsman being like a worldwide organization versus Statesman, which is just in the States. So, I don't know, we'll see. I think it would be interesting to see possibly them rebuilding. Did you see the movie? Let me know what you liked, didn't like in the comments or reblogs or whatever down below. And until next time, which is either a monthly video depending on when I upload this or who knows what, Alonzi.